Facebook. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? I'm in my office today. Just got done from a great agent open house in Wood Creek Farms. I tried to do my live video, but wasn't getting a good connection, so I wasn't able to do that. But they did do a price reduction on the house, both of them. The one's at $514, the other one's at $569. Two brand new homes, beautiful, 2 bedrooms on the main floor, just great floor plan. Before I get into what's up, Chad? How you doing? Before I get too deep into this, I did want to always say, please don't forget to follow me on YouTube, Antonio Newton Realtor, as well as on Facebook. My business page is Antonio Newton Realtor. And those of you, my first name is Nicholas. Antonio Newton is my name. So today's demonstration is on rent versus buy. I haven't rehearsed this. I'm just going to do it live. I see I got 3 people on right now. I need someone to give me a city, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Zillow and find a rental and see what that price is. And I'm going to go in the MLS and find a similar property and see what it's for sale as and compare what your rent would be versus your purchase. And that's the rent versus buy. To show you how you can find a same house or identical house or a similar house and what the rent market is charging you, and then what if you purchase it, what the market would be for you to purchase that house. So somebody who is on here, let me see if I can see. I got 3 people on, but it's not telling me who they are. I need someone to type in a city, please, if you don't mind. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Chad, you still there? I need someone to type in a city. I want this to kind of be a live demonstration. So, somebody? Anybody? Nobody. Okay. Well, then I'll just go ahead and do it. So let's just do, matter of fact, rather than do a city, let's just do a zip code. So let's do, matter of fact, let's just do this. Let me turn this camera around. North Augusta. Chad, I don't have access to North Augusta's MLS. So we're going to go to, let me turn my camera around. So we're going to go to Zillow. Okay, find my mouse. Zillow. Rent. Zillow Homes. Zillow Homes for rent. See that? Boom, click. Alright, so we go to rental listing. Alright, so in Columbia, there's 370. Okay? So let's turn to properties. Let's just find, here we go, Glen Rose. Y'all see this? Glen Rose, okay? It's one day on Zillow. It just hit. This rental amount is $14.75. Okay, $14.75 for 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,200 square feet. So everything that I'm going to show you is going to be public information. I think I actually showed this house and put in an offer on. No, it wasn't this house that we put in an offer on. So let's go to the MLS, which I showed you yesterday. Okay, and we're going to go to search. And let's see if we can find this property first off. This is 411 Green Rose Road. So let's say 411 Green Rose Road. Alright, so no results found. Alright, so let's just do this. Green, don't put the rose. Alright. And then we're going to run a classic listing search. Okay. So we're looking for Green Rose Road. All right. So here's one that closed. So that is in the Winslow subdivision. You see that? So we go back to search. residential, and we want anything that's active. And subdivision is going to be Winslow. Alright, so that gives me 0. So nothing is active. So let's see if there's anything pending. So I go to all pending. There are 6 pending properties. So all of these are pending. See that? Alright. Look at these prices. 125, 145, 145, 159, 168, 175. Days on the market. 36, 2, 18, 11, 17, 3. So the longest one has been 36 days on the market. Crazy. Alright, so we want something that is, that house is 4 bedrooms. So this first house is only, oh, my finger's in the way. This first house is only, see right here, it's only 3 bedrooms. Alright, the next property is 3, 3, 3, 4. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Right? Wasn't that Zillow property, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths? 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. This is 2,200 square feet. This is 2,150. So a very similar house, right? Very similar house. Look at that. And then look at this one. Right? Now this is for rent. $14.75 right now. It's only been on 1 day. It just hit. This house is under, so you can't buy this house, but I'm just showing you the rent versus buy. So let's close this out. So this house is at $169. Okay? Remember that. So now what we do, and like I said, I'm doing this live, is we go to mortgage calculator. So if you're going to do an FHA loan, and what is it? It's $169. $169. The interest rate, let's do 3%. 30-year mortgage. Mortgage payment $713. See that? Monthly payment. Now, this does not include your taxes and insurance. So let's say you added $300 for your taxes and insurance and PMI. That will put you at what? $1,000. Right? $1,000. And this house is renting for what? $14.75. And you can buy a house, almost an identical house. And I didn't look at pictures of the inside. This house is a little bit smaller, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, but you own it, and your payment's only going to be the $713. That's just principal and interest. If you factor in everything for your mortgage payment, which is taxes, homeowner's insurance, as well as mortgage insurance, if that's needed, that's going to put you at $1,000, maybe a little more. Let's say put you at $1,100. $1,100. Add $400 to this, right? You're over $1,100. You're still saving $375. You're still saving $375. That's a live demonstration. Oh, trying to turn my camera around. That's a live demonstration of rent versus buy. I could do that. Matter of fact, there's some people on here, so let me do that with another property because I know everybody didn't see that. All right, so what I did was I just went to Zillow and I found a property. So let's find another property. So this is Moet Drive, okay? House for rent for $1,250. This is 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, $1,680, right? House for rent. This was just posted 1 hour ago. Cute little house. All right, so let's find 409 Moet Drive. All right, so let's go here and try to find it. 409 Moet. So it didn't come up. So you know what you do? You hit Moet Drive. All right, so then you do that. All right, so we're trying to find, so that's Spring Haven. That's the community, is Spring Haven. All right, so just to recap, what we're doing is we're looking at a rental. This rental right here. This house is renting for $12.50 a month. I'm gonna take the phone out of the case because this is bothering me. All right, so you're renting this house for $12.50 a month. All right, so I find that's in Spring Haven. So now we're gonna go do a search in Spring Haven. Spring Haven. Okay. That game with 3 properties that are active right now. This property, that's pending. It doesn't have a picture. This is pending as well. All right, so this one's got 3 bedrooms. The other one only had 2. That one's got 3 bedrooms. So I'm trying to find something that compares because this says it only has 2 bedrooms. So that's not, so let's do this, Spring Haven. Let's do what closed. It said a minimum of 2 bedrooms. Or maximum of 2 bedrooms. I want all closed. Now, because we do all closed, it would go back forever. So I'm just going to do anything within the past 12 months, okay? And I'm going to take out active. So we had 7 that closed in the past month. That's 2 bedroom. So is everybody following me so far? If you got any questions, if I'm going too fast, let me know. So just to recap, we're looking at this house for rent. Right? This is on Zillow. It's rent for $12.50. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,680 square foot. So I'm trying to find something similar, right? What was that square footage? 1,680. Okay, so here's one that is 1,657. So this should be a pretty close. This one has a double car garage. The other one just had a single. Let me look and see. Okay, this is 416. This one's 409. See, this is 416 Moet. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,559. Almost an identical property. This property closed for $165,000. Okay? So go back to our mortgage calculator. It's not going to change much. So 165. So this house you can buy. So it says your payment $696. This house is a little bit smaller. So let's say your insurance and everything came to, once again, $300. So that puts your total payment at $1,000 for this house. You're paying $1,000 if you bought this house. However, this house is on the market for rent for $12.50. And this isn't the same exact house. This is 409 Moet. And the one, our subject property, is 416 Moet. But to show you the difference of renting versus buying. So you could buy the same house. And this is, I could go on with these examples. So I've done 2 examples on here. And one was a little bit more than the other one. One was $1,475, and it looks like you may be paying between $1,000 and $1,100. This one is 409 Moet, rent for $12.50. You know, they're gonna tell you, do they allow pets? Let's see. Yep, they allow pets, small dogs, cats, right here. Deposit $12.50. So you're still gonna need $12.50 for your deposit anyway, right? I mean, that's almost a down payment. Some houses you can buy with no down payment. But you would only be paying, this is your principal and interest. This does not factor in your escrow. So let's say we added $300. You're paying $1,000 if you bought this house. And if you rent, you're paying $12.50. That's the difference That's the difference. One of the differences between renting and buying. Not to mention the equity factor. Not to mention, so many different other things in terms of tax breaks, how you can write off your mortgage insurance, capital gains tax when you go to sell if you don't make over 250, and the list goes on and on. Not to mention you can paint your daughter's bedroom pink, your boy's bedroom green. Can't do that in the rental. If so, you got to make sure you paint it back. Not to mention most mortgages give you 15 days to be late. On a rental, most you're late after the 5th. Some places even the 3rd. Then you get late fees. You don't have late fees until you're late after the 15th. Gives you more flexibility. So there's a lot of things that could happen. If you miss a month of mortgage, which I don't recommend anybody does, but if so, especially given this strange year that we're in, you could talk to them and they could work with you. You could do that on a rental too, but you miss 2 months on a rental because you got to think they still got to pay that $1,000 if the house isn't paid for. You paying the $1,250, but they still got to pay that $1,000. Well, Marshall, let's get to the 12-month buyer program and get you in it. And let's get you a house. I want everybody to understand. Okay, if it's not the right time for you to buy a house, I don't want you to buy a house because I'm doing these videos and saying this stuff. I want you to understand what buying a house means for you and your family, and if that's part of your goal, which I think it should be, but where it falls in line, that is up to you and your financial situation. So I never want to pressure people, because if it's not the right time for you, then I don't care. The house, you shouldn't buy it if it's not, or sell on either side. So it's always got to be when it's right for you as my client, as the buyer, or as the seller. But with that being said, it's like a GPS. If we know where we at, we got to know. If we know where we want to go, we got to know where we at and then how to get there. And that's really what I want to help guide and advise people on. Is okay, you want to buy the house, let's see where you at. So Marshall, I'm going to reach out to you once this video is over and let's see where you at. Because we know where you want to go, GPS, we know the destination, let's see where you at. And then we'll work the steps to get there. Whatever those steps are. So I encourage all of you, reach out to me. Have a conversation. It's worth the conversation, especially now with these times, with the real estate market the way it is. You should have a realtor just like you have a doctor. You need a realtor checkup. Everybody needs a realtor checkup. Hey, this is where I'm at. Should I buy a house? Should I not buy a house? Should I sell? Should I not sell? Who knows? But let's have a realtor checkup so I can say, okay, well, do you plan on moving? Do you plan on switching jobs? What are your goals? Or do you plan on having more kids? Are your kids about to leave to go off to college? Do you need money for college? All these questions need to be answered because these are going to affect whether it's a good time, whether it's the right time. It's a good time to sell. The question is it the right time to sell? Well, it depends on your situation. So I hate to get on a tangent and get long-winded. Plus, I got a for sale by owner preview that I got to go on. What's up, Ron? How you doing? But check out the video because I want people out. I just did 2 demonstrations on rent versus buy with 2 different houses, just completely on Zillow. And if you found this informative, I will do this again just to show. Part of my job is to educate people because before I got into the business, I didn't understand how everything how everything worked and worked together. And it's all a big puzzle that you got to put together, but you got to know what the big picture is. You ever put a puzzle together without having the picture, the final picture? Yeah, good luck with that. You don't know what piece goes where. So now that we got the final picture, let's put the pieces of the puzzle in the correct spot so we can paint the picture that you want. So as always, I'm Antonio, your little realtor. If you have any questions, give me a call. It's worth the conversation. 803-608-2597. Once again, YouTube channel, Antonio Newton Realtor. Please like, subscribe. I put videos out at least once a week, if not more. Most of my live videos I upload on there as well. I know some people are just coming on. If you missed the demonstration, please go back and watch it because it is very eye-opening on rent versus buy with 2 real live properties that is pulled off of Zillow like that. If you like this video, give me some feedback so I know. I do a lot of talking, but I want to make sure I'm giving you guys the information that you want and that you find it helpful and informative. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great Wednesday, and I'll talk to y'all soon.